All right, let's get started. All right, we finally got our business taken care of. All right. Welcome, everybody. Glad you all here. Welcome. This is the Royal Rulers in Training. I am your host, Coach Odiela Jackson, and this is our family here for the Royal Rulers in Training. All right. Let's get ready to get started. Sound like I'm getting some feedback from something's playing. What's happening? Let me find out what this. Can y'all hear this now? I don't get this.
The screen.
The little video that you were trying to show?
Do y'all hear this music I'm hearing?
Not quite.
Okay,
I
it
can
must
just
be a
hear
video
you.
playing on here. Hold on 1 minute. Wait. This must be playing somewhere by itself. Hold on. Sound like a nice song. I don't see what's playing now. Is it loud? I don't see it. Okay. All right, Lonnie, come on. Come back.
All right.
Back on. We back on. This is crazy. Close that door because he's screaming too much. Close the door. Oh my God. Am I still recording? I don't even know. Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. Good. We ain't gonna change that because it might start something up. All right. Welcome, everybody. I did the welcome already. Let's get ready to get started here because time be flying when you're having fun. We move this over so I can do that. All right. So we've been talking about oh, we haven't did this one yet. Let's do this. Y'all ready? On the count of 3. Can y'all hear me? Am I still muted? No.
No.
No, you're good.
Okay. On the count of 3, let's do our open it up so we can see. Can y'all see that? Move it up a little bit. Nope. I'm messing up the thing. Come on. Move it up a little bit so we can all see the whole thing. That big enough? Y'all see
Yeah,
that?
we can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do the first one on count of 3. 1, 2, 3. In the person.
In the person of Christ,
In the
Christ,
person of Christ,
I
I
am
am
supreme,
supreme,
miraculous
miraculous
power
power,
and life.
and life.
power and life.
my
My
mind
mind
and
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 our
imagination,
imagination,
almighty power
almighty power,
power
and
and
supreme
supreme
and
miraculous
supreme
life
life
givers.
miraculous
life
life
giver.
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 Right.
I
I
am
I
I
am
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 clothed
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 with
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 the
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 miraculous Holy
with
miraculous
Spirit.
miraculous
Holy
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 My
Spirit.
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 thoughts
My
miraculously
thoughts
My
are
healed.
thoughts miraculously
Miraculously
healed.
healed. Awesome. Good to hear yourself say that sometime and speak it and see it at the same time. Very good. All right. try to use that, screenshot if I was y'all, and say that to yourself every day. Building yourself and who you really are. All right, let's get to the. Come on, taking a long time. Okay. Gotta stop making such long PowerPoints. All right. So we've been talking about ready to find out your entrepreneur and you. We did that yesterday, so we're going to move on. And what we're doing here as we learn about our entrepreneur that's in us, stimulating your creativity and entrepreneurial skills. All right. So a lot of people don't even know that they have it. It's just some people just do it. Just do it. You know, they don't even know what it's called. Okay. That was me a lot of time. Okay. So I'm learning though. So we realize we got the mind of Christ. Where's the witty inventions come from? And when you do the journaling, you see download those things are very important that we continue to do that. And we were, was we here? Yes, yeah, we were here yesterday, and we listened to Lionel's business interview, his entrepreneur business interview, and tonight we're going to get started with another exercise. And let me see how we're going to do this. I'm going to have to move these pictures out of the way. Okay. We're going to do another exercise and put it on this side. I ain't using that side. All right. And let's look at the exercise that we're about to do. All right. So can I get someone to read? Oh, I need my graphic.
Okay.
Exercise.
Okay.
Go ahead, read one.
Okay. Choose any niche of your liking. It can be fashion, technology, gaming, and home services, or even food like bakery.
Right. Awesome. Awesome. Read the next one. Come on now.
3. Me
Number
too.
2. Yes.
Look for problems within the niche.
Niche.
Look for problems within the niche that you choose. Things that need fixing to make the service or business function more effectively.
Awesome. That's very important. So that's one of the exercises we're going to do. Thank both of y'all for reading so that you can get some ideas. Choose a niche of your liking. A niche of your liking is something that you do with no effort. A lot of people will have to really, like people that sing like a bird, like Whitney Houston. All she did is open her mouth and it's just beautiful music just come out of her mouth, right? And others that like her. Uh, they already got it. It's the niche. It's something they already got. It's like you were born with that. Okay. Other people that's not born with it will have to get some singing lessons and all this stuff to get your throat together. Okay, y'all get what I'm saying now? So choose a niche of your liking because you're gonna see another video tonight, and I want you to choose from the video that you see something that we're gonna take some notes and data on. Okay, so be ready. That's why you need that pencil and paper we talked about yesterday. Lana, you got your paper and pencil? Everybody got something to write down on because you're gonna need to see this in front of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so and then the problem says look for problems within the niche that you choose. So when you see a problem in a niche, you just like it says, you try to fix it. It needs fixing to make the service business function more effective. Just like the telephones. We used to have phones on the wall, landlines before they came out with all this um, wireless stuff. Okay. So they got better and better and better, fixing the problem, because you had to go somewhere. You can't take a landline with you. Well, you could, but it won't be hooked up to nothing, right? So, look for problems within the niche that you're doing to choose that need fixing to make the service or the business function more effectively. Number 3, can we read that, Candice World?
All right. Use use your imagination to create a fake business to solve the problem. This means that you need to identify how you're going to fix the problem. Your business is the solution.
All right, y'all got that? So if you see using when you're using your man, we saying fake business because tonight we're gonna see some businesses, and I want you to choose from the businesses that the childhood entrepreneur business that we see tonight. I want you to choose just one, okay? And then we're gonna do some data and stuff that you're supposed to write down, like finding the problem, how to make the business better, right? Or if you see a problem, how you can use it as a business, your business is how your business would be a solution to the problem. Y'all understanding me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so what we're going to do when we do this exercise, I got to go a little bit more things to say, but here's a little exercise to complete. That's what we're going to do tonight. What I'm just explaining to you about the video and all that. Just like the game that the inventor Kelly played. Y'all remember that when we read that? The inventor Kelly, she played with her family and they come up with the host for the devices. That's how she came up with that host. Okay, somebody's coming in. Who's coming in here? Okay. That's a mom now. I didn't even know he left. Okay. Oh, they kick you out? Okay. So here's a little, this is exercise that we're going to be doing. We're going to engage in an exercise to stimulate your creativity. This is what we're doing. So when I say fake, I mean, even if it's your real business idea, all right, for those who don't have one or didn't think they have one, we're going to use the video for that. We're going to use the work we're going to do right now to stimulate creativity, okay? Let me see, let's move on. And what did we say entrepreneur remind you of?
A self existent being.
Yes. Yes, thank you. Yep, yes, that's right, kid, this world. So when we do it, you're gonna write out or draw out how you intend to solve a problem. All right. And then you probably see some answers on here yourself. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna reflect, right? This is just an example of how you reflect. You write down some notes, next I'll try. This went really well, stuff like that, okay? And then we see what the scripture says, Habakkuk 2:23, the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tables. I mean, write it down that he may run that read it, okay? So like those witty inventions that we make, other people are going to look you up in history and say, oh, this is how so-and-so did. Then they're going to look at what you did and see this how does it get better and better each generation. He said, oh, this is how so-and-so, so how can I make that more efficient, So same thing when we use other people's stuff, we find out how to make it more efficient for today, for the people today, okay? So let's move on from there. And then we went over this before as we listen to the video, reflect on the learning. What concepts or skills did you learn today? What is unclear or confusing? Does the information you learned today connect to something else you've learned in the past? So you could use that too. And if you were going to teach this to someone else, how would you teach? So this is what you would teach. You're taking a journal on it or taking notes on it and trying to make a plan to bring this to fruition is as you teaching someone else who will come behind you and read what you did. Y'all got that? So what concepts, information, or skills would you like more time discussing, practicing, or working with to better understand? Okay, so that's what you're going to be. This is what is creating that entrepreneur creative. What skills what we call it, stimulating it. Okay, all right. There's a lot of adults don't know this one. All right, all right. So stimulating your creativity and entrepreneur skills is what we're doing right now. And We're gonna look at this video and then we're gonna go over some stuff real quick. Okay, y'all ready? You ready? Now on this video, choose one. Okay, it's 10 of them. They're gonna go through 10. All right. So if you see something before you get to 10, write that down just in case you might see something else. Okay. So you, because we're not gonna go back because we don't have that much time. All right. So listen up. Can you hear it?
No.
All right. I gotta go back. Got it. All right. Mute. I'm gonna have to go do it like I did the other one. I don't understand why I can't hear it. I can't hear it, but y'all can hear it. I don't understand it. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to go in here and find it.
It
And
probably
then
is on
the
my,
what?
it's probably on my end and Tiana's.
All right, well, I'm gonna do what I did yesterday.
I didn't hear it either, so you're gonna have to figure out something.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out what I did yesterday. Okay.
I think you went to YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. So let
Okay.
me find it. But I actually went somewhere else. It wasn't YouTube. I went to my browser.
When you share
I
a
went
screen,
to
you
my-
have to click the place where they can hear the same audio as you. Did you click that?
What?
When you share screen, you have to click the thing that says that they can hear the audio that you can.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Let me help you.
Okay, come on, help me out, brother. So then I have to come back out of here. Okay, go back out. What was that? Come out here, right? All right. Where's the thing at up top, right? That's it.
Stop sharing. Click stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Okay. Now we go to share. We go to here. Share sound.
Oh,
Click. Then you share.
that's a job right there. Entrepreneur job. See how you can do that. I think they mentioned that in here. So let me play and see if y'all hear me.
Why kids should start a small business.
Y'all hear
Starting a modest business at a young age
Yeah, I
teaches
can hear
children
it.
the importance of money.
that? I wish I knew that.
Earning their own video game and treat money allows
started
kids to
back again.
appreciate the money directly.
None of you on
You
with us?
learn about money every day. Today, we will see the 10 best small business ideas for kids to make money. Before mentioning the businesses, we will first discuss why kids should start a small business. Starting a modest business at a young age teaches children the importance of money. Earning their own video game and treat money allows kids to appreciate the money directly. They also learn a variety of new skills that introduce the concept of startup thinking and modifies their money consciousness. Like always, check the timestamps below while watching the video to skip the parts you want to miss. Number 1. Garage sale buying and selling. People buy from advertising posted by thrift stores, Craigslist, OfferUp, and eBay every day for people selling collectibles, books, clothes, furniture, and electronics. Used and refurbished goods are sold by Amazon sellers as well. Yard and garage sales sell the same products, frequently at a lesser price than they do on those websites. A child, particularly one who is passionate about a particular activity, sport, or toy collection, can make good money by taking advantage of this pricing disparity. To engage in yard sale arbitrage successfully, your child must first conduct market research on what certain products normally sell for. With that, a few internet accounts and some stake money, they can start making money. Number 2. Babysitting, pet care, or housekeeping. Babysitting, house sitting, cat sitting, dog walking, and even plant sitting have long been jobs held by children who are too young to work a full time. These employments are one-time chances that arise when a parent's buddy travels out of town for the most part. A kid with tenacity and a large enough contact list may convert this into a consistent source of income week after week. The key to getting started here is to create a list of contacts. A 4th grader may find it difficult to persuade individuals outside of their parents' immediate network to trust them as babysitters or pet care providers. They only need one parent to suggest them and a willingness to ask for references to get started. Parents can assist their children to get a head start by spreading the word to neighbors via the Nextdoor app. Referrals will begin after a couple of successful jobs. Number 3. Making money from a hobby. Your teen is undoubtedly passionate about and unexpectedly skilled at something at this time. It might be a sport, a pastime, or pawning a video game franchise. Whatever it is, their competence level is sufficient to begin charging people for their knowledge and skills in that field. A student who is passionate about a video game, for example, could start live streaming their gameplay and earning ad revenue on YouTube. A teen who enjoys creating computers could begin doing it for friends and business contacts. Number 4, tutoring and mentoring. Wherever your teen's ability level in academic courses or school athletics is, odds are they're ahead of everyone else. This could be adults seeking a GED or younger children looking for a leg up. By tutoring or coaching, teenagers can benefit people in their community while also improving their financial circumstances. The rarer your teen's skills, the more likely they are to succeed here. They will get more clients and be able to demand more fees for more specialized instruction. A youngster with great mathematical skills, or who is proficient in French, for example, can charge more for tutoring than someone who offers rudimentary guidance on how to lift weights or beginner music lessons. Number 5, lawn care with benefits. Any kid may run around the neighborhood raking leaves or mowing lawns, and most kids can make a few dollars doing so each year. Consider some of these variations on that tried and true trope: collecting lawn clippings and other garbage, weeding gardens, watering on schedule while people are away, harvesting fruits and vegetables, preparing yards and lawns for special events such as graduation or birthday parties. Starting this type of business necessitates acquiring equipment, which is rarely anything that most homes do not already have on hand. It also necessitates training on how to operate the equipment securely and correctly do the tasks offered by the child. Once that is in place, it's simply a matter of acquiring and retaining clients. Number 6, online influencer. We're not talking about becoming an Instagram celebrity or running a YouTube channel. Although this is feasible, the chances of success are tiny, and it is not encouraged for youngsters of that age to be that public on the internet. Instead, we're talking about performing online reviews and surveys, such as those available on Swagbucks and Survey Junkie. Paid surveys are often not worth an adult's time, but they can be a significant source of income for a young child. The accounts must be in the name of an adult, but there is nothing stopping you from allowing your children to take the surveys and receive the benefits once set up. Set it up, establish boundaries with your child so they don't access improper stuff, and then allow them to work their own hours and earn extra money. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 7, housework. What is your child's favorite task? Is it sanitizing the refrigerator, vacuuming, getting apples from trees, laundry folding, taking the place of a car wash? Most children go through a phase in which they inexplicably enjoy completing a domestic duty and the grown-ups around them despise. Starting there and progressing to activities they don't enjoy. However, they can still do these and prepare themselves to earn pocket money effortlessly and safely. Number 8, merchandising, arts and crafts. Not every youngster is crafty or artistic enough to create items that people might buy on Etsy, but some are. With just a few months of effort, a larger number of children could become proficient in an art or craft. Adults worldwide are using Etsy and other online marketplaces to convert their artistic talents into cash. So why shouldn't your child? Handmade greeting cards or hand-painted t-shirts, for example, could earn your youngster a few extra bucks. To begin, your youngster will need to create a few prototypes and then have some high-quality photographs. Number 9, IT professionals. Most adults have a connection with new technology that is similar to that of someone attempting to learn a new language. They can learn the basics and even become fluent. Still, it will never be as natural to them as their original language. Teens, on the other hand, are native speakers of the language of technology. That means that practically every kid may earn a few dollars by assisting adults with their electronics. Most adults have a device that they only grasp how to use, which teens understand instinctively, but aren't worth paying professional tech support prices to optimize. This is where your adolescent comes in. They can assist a neighbor across the street in syncing their phones and tablets, setting up grandma's Wi-Fi network, assisting an uncle in canceling unwanted Amazon subscriptions, or troubleshooting the sound system for some church pals. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10, Lemonade subscription. Lemonade stands are a traditional kid-friendly business, but they are rarely long-term profitable. In recent years, they have run into legal and safety difficulties that make them even less appealing as a business model. However, this does not preclude your youngster from selling lemonade. Alternatively, you might go the iced tea approach. Alternatively, you may go the homemade cookie route. They take orders and deliver once a week. According to his biography, legendary investor Warren Buffett began his career by carrying a wagon with sweets and sodas door to door and selling them for a modest profit. That's it for today. We hope you like our list of 10 best business ideas for kids. Did you enjoy our picks? Check out this other recent video on Money Steam, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
All right. All right, so did you guys get an idea from that?
I got 2 ideas.
Okay, just hold on for it for a minute. We're gonna save that for the end, all right?
Okay.
No, I shouldn't say that for the end because I could just do that for now. Did everybody got something?
Yeah, I guess you could say.
Okay, just tell me what you got and then we'll go to the next part.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you go first.
Okay. For the first one I got is pet care, which is actually pretty simple to do.
Say that again. What kind of
Pet
care?
caring. Pet
Oh,
care.
pet care. Oh yeah, that is. That's very simple.
Because let's just say you have to, a neighbor lets you take care of your cat for the day because they have a lot of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you negotiate, you know, talk to them if you can take care of the cat for them while they're gone, or they can come to you and ask if you can take care just
Right.
for the day.
Right, and they could do that for like somebody might be going away for a weekend.
Mhm.
You know, same thing with fish. You know, they got
Well,
fish in the bowl need to be taken care of.
mhm. Sure, maybe like animal, yeah, again, especially animals because they go hungry
Right,
like humans, and
right,
they can't be abandoned for
right,
maybe for a few hours, but yeah, you have to keep an eye on them.
right. Absolutely, that's
And
good.
and for the second one is streaming.
Streaming.
Yeah,
Okay, nice, nice. You
like you
good at that?
make a YouTube channel and earn profit while being on stream. Or you can make videos and make a profit.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. That's good. Thanks for sharing that.
Because sometimes if you get more subscribers and views, they can send money to you.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. That's
Mhm.
good. What you get, Candy Squirrel?
Well, definitely would have to be taking say a hobby and turning it into a business. Now, I'll just use my YouTube channel as an example of a small business.
Mm-hmm.
So I would happen to take an app that I have on my phone called Gotcha Club, and I can able to make characters out of it.
Nice.
And on YouTube, I can screen record some audio, or I make my own audio, and
Mm-hmm.
I just simply just make little short little skits out of it.
Okay.
And with each let's just say views, depending on how many views and likes, if you happen to get so much subscribers, just like how Lego B said, you can
Right.
eventually can able to monetize those videos and get some quick money with that.
Right. Nice. That's nice. I like the way y'all thinking now. Y'all thinking like entrepreneurs. Probably already had it already, but you know how it goes. So, Ronell, what do you got? Thank you, Candy Squirrel. Ronell?
Right here, what I got, I guess I got that you could like Oh yeah. What I got, because I've done this before, is going by door to door houses and helping out with people, like old people. That's what I would usually go for. Like the people, like I would not get the people that I know, like the old people, because
Mm-hmm.
I know they need, not all, every old person, you know, is doesn't knows how to use technology, right? So I go to their door to door and I'd be like, "You need anything you need help with, or little chores around the house they can't get to because they,
Mm-hmm.
they're struggling in their own and stuff."
Right.
So I would do those around, and then I would go get the money, and then like they would pay me for doing that chore. Not like
Awesome.
parents, but like doing chores for other people.
Right. Awesome. That is awesome. Yes. Awesome. And I do remember you doing like garden work for people.
Yeah, I used to go and
In
work.
the snow stuff though, that's another way. Yeah, I've seen that. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you all for that. Now let's go to the next thing before our time is up. Um, um, so this next part, which we cannot see that. This next part here, because what we're gonna do, you see this side over here? I want you to jot down some things real quick because we got 5 things to go through. All right. The first one, there's 5 things to consider before making a difficult decision. Because what we learn here is how to make decisions like a leader or entrepreneur. So as some of the stuff you already told me, you already got some plans already, right? Um, let's go. The first one is identify. Because you got to be able to see if there's a problem to have a solution, okay, or to we call it make something more efficient, right? So 5 things to consider before making any decisions. Identify the decision to be made on a sheet of paper. Write out the decision that you are faced with. Let's suppose that you are considering a new business venture. You decide that there is a demand for two things in your community. So you are giving thought to opening a pet store or a pet daycare. I never thought about that one. So write this out on a sheet of paper or in your decision making journal. Okay, this is called decision making journal. Number 2. All right. I'm trying to figure out what is that. Why do I have that up there? Oh, I know. Oh, I know why. This first one was right next to this one, to identify on the line below where the car at. On the line below, write out the decision that you are considering. Start number 1, identify the decision to be made. So let's imagine for a moment that you are faced with a decision to start a car wash or start pet sitting using the space provided. Let us put into practice the process that you just learned. So what we would do is write down the data. The first one would be, anybody remember? Identify the decision to be made on sheet of paper. Write out the decision that you face with. Let's suppose that you are considering the new business. Notice that there's a demand for two things in your community. All right, there you go. 2 things in your community, so you can give thought to opening a pet shop or daycare. And then this one has a car on it. So I would, if you want to do car washing or something like, what is the 2 things you need to consider in your community? Hmm. I think it's another part till I get to it. So identify the decision to be made. 2 things. So the decision needs to be 2 things in your community that you are giving thought to opening a pet shop or a pet daycare. Or you could say car wash. Okay. You could do a car wash. Okay. Number 2, identify your goal. Okay. Your goals and your priorities to whatever it is. Like if you want to do pet care, Lego B, what will be your goals and your priorities? The next step is to write down all your priorities right? You would use these lines on your paper you got. You would write down all your priorities. This is how you think like a leader or entrepreneur, and your main goal. Okay. So how would you get it started? Something like that. It said, let me read the rest of it. It says, before making any decision, you must jot down what are your ambitions or dreams. Okay. These are the things that you would use to gauge your life decisions. Let's say for a moment that one of your priorities is to be able to work from home so that you can complete your studies. If this is priority, then you will need to list it so that when you are evaluating your options, you can take this into consideration. Once you have clear understanding of your goals, it makes it a lot easier to weigh the pros and the cons to make the best possible choice. So we talk about how you make a decision on what you're going to do for uh, the entrepreneur idea or being a leader would be. So what is your number one? Identify your goals and priorities. One is one is identify. Let me get this right. Identify the decisions to be made. Number two would be identify your goals and priorities. So whatever it is that you chose, identify your goals and priorities. Just like the things that you just said, you could use them too. Okay, you don't have to just use this. All right. So the next one would be uh these are the things that you would use to gauge your life decisions too. Okay, so this is a life decision thing too. So keep that in mind. Let's say for a moment that one of your priorities is to be able to work from home. Okay, and then I already read that. But once you have a clear understanding of your goals, it makes it a lot easier to weigh the pros and cons to make the best choice. All right. So that's important because a lot of people don't even have no goal. A lot of people don't even think about this, especially an entrepreneur or being a leader. Okay. So let's look at number 3. You see this here paper, this paper on the side? See data for car wash idea or whatever idea that you have, you can put that up there, or data for a pet sitting. So you would write down how you would go about. So let's look. Number 3 says gather data. The third step involves research. All right. Did you hear about how they had to research how much, if they was doing a garage sale, they would have to gather, uh, do research, which is gathering data. How much do the stuff really run for? So when you do a garage sale, you can give a garage sale price. Okay. Especially something that's been used already. All right. So that is like research for stuff like that. So depending on the decision that you are going to make, you need to have, like Lionel in his video yesterday, he said it was unattainable for the skins, whatever the thing he was selling online. He said it was unattainable because it was so high and a lot of people couldn't get it. So he found out how to get it and then make the price usable for everybody else to get that they couldn't afford the other price. Y'all see what I'm saying? So depending on the decision that you are going to make, okay? You need to have all the possible facts at hand so that you can evaluate. For this, you can read the rest over here because I can't see that. For this, which one am I on? 3. For this, you can draw 2 columns, which was already over here. So if you got a piece of paper, you would draw 2 columns. You know, just a straight line down, one side and one the other side, and label at the top of each column. Okay, y'all can do that now. Your decision to be made. So under each decision, you list the information that you research pertaining to that column. Anybody got any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
No.
Y'all understand what I'm saying here? I'm trying to gather some information so we know how.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So number 4, let's go to number 4. Let me read that up here. It says, gathering data on the line below. Write out the information that is relevant to the two ideas that you are considering. All right. So you might have not have these ideas. So write out according to the ideas that you are considering. So this is just a start on how to do that. So next one, number 4, right? Yes, 4. Identify and list the advantages and disadvantages. I heard that in Lionel's video, his entrepreneur video yesterday. The advantages and the disadvantages of your decision at stake. So let's use the example of a pet daycare versus a pet store. Here's a practical way to apply this step to make an exceptional decision. You would need to consider all the things that can possibly affect your pet care, your pet daycare. So that would be what, a disadvantage? I think so. That possibly affects your, okay. Simultaneously, this also applies to the pet store. On a sheet of paper, you can write out all the good and bad possibilities, okay, that comes to your mind for both businesses. This includes understanding what could happen if things don't go as planned, and what could happen if things go as planned. So the advantage and disadvantage of whatever you're doing. If you're doing this one on this sheet of what's on here, the car wash for the pet thing, write down the advantage and the disadvantage. If you chose something else, you put the advantage and the disadvantages on there. Okay, those are making decisions as an entrepreneur or a leader. Okay, and number 5, last one. Choose the best option based on all the data you gather. Right after you do the advantage and the disadvantages, choose the best option based on all the data you gather, the advantage and the disadvantage. In this step, you choose the best possible path and then you execute. Y'all got it? Yes. Identify the list, advantages and disadvantages. Your decision at stake. Your decisions at stake. Do it say at stake? It's about making decisions about you're gonna run a business. You got to make decisions, okay? Okay, I'm trying to see where I see that. Okay. Choose the best option based on all the data you gather. Use the line below, write out your main reason for your decisions. So that's for the next step, number 5. Congratulations. Okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you see that number 5 over here with all the checks? Choose the best option based on the data you gathered. Use the line below, write out your main reason for your decision. And that's what I want to hear. All right. Y'all do that. And then I'm going to talk about the congratulations. Anybody need me to go back over something?
I'm still writing identify 5.
Identify what?
Number 5.
Okay. Choosing the best option.
Yeah. I'm working on what I'm doing is putting it all together, how I would plan it out.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I didn't work on the extreme. I only did one option.
Okay.
I was gonna put them both together, but that would be a little bit hard to do.
Okay.
So I want to make some most of it want to make sense if they're all together.
That's good decision right there you're making, right? Like a leader. Go ahead, girl. Okay. And while you're all writing, I'm not going to read the congratulations because we have finished this part of entrepreneur thing. So congratulations, y'all. And then let me read what it says about congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, you have successfully executed exceptional decision-making skills. It is important to note that one very important key behind the success of your idea is commitment and dedication. Don't forget this part. Got to be commitment and dedication. It is for that reason that your goals should be inspired by what drives you so that your encouragement comes from within. Ooh. People who are driven by their goals and priorities do not need encouragement from others, nor do they need motivation from others to keep going. You got that, y'all? That is an important note right there. It's a note to the note, right? So I got to say that again. So it is for that reason. So being committed and dedicated. All right, because all this is coming from within, right? It is for that reason that your goals should be inspired by what drives you so that encouragement, your encouragement comes from within. People who are driven by their goals and priorities do not need encouragement from others, nor do they need motivation from others to keep going. And you know what? Just that thought right there. Guess what word came up in my head? Y'all writing, so I'm gonna wait for y'all. Y'all finish writing, let me know when y'all done. You writing, Lonnie? You writing, Lonnie?
I'm back.
Huh? You still finished? You finished?
Nah, I just got back. I was in the bathroom.
Oh Lord. You're supposed to be writing down what y'all have gotten from the data and stuff.
Okay.
You know, your disadvantages, your advantages of whatever you had chosen, or you can use the, car wash and pet care. What's the disadvantages? The 4 steps. Did you get all the steps that I just put out to you?
Pretty sure, I think.
You gotta have the data, you gotta do the research, then you gotta have the disadvantages and advantages. This is our exercise that we're going on here. So I hope you catch up with us. Okay.
Mhm.
Identify your goals and your priorities. That was number 2. Number 1 was identify the decision to be made. Number 2 is identify your goals and priorities. Number 3 is gather your data on the line below. Write out all the information that is relevant to the 2 ideas that you are considering. So if you only got one, that's cool. This is practice how we do this, okay? And number 4 would be identify and list the advantage and disadvantage of your decision that's at stake, okay? And number 5, choose the best option based on all the data that you gathered, and use this line below to write out your main reason for your decision. So after you get through all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is write out your main reason for your decision. After you looked at all your data that you got.
Okay, I am.
You ready? Lego B.
Okay, should I go number 1 to number 5?
Sure, go ahead.
Which number 5 is all of them combined. I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know. Okay, identify. Number 1. What I will do is identify the problem. Example, I will confront or negotiate the person and talk to negotiate to the person and basically talk to them. Or unless they come to you, either or, you're still gonna make your business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I guess that's it for identify 1.
Right.
Okay, identify 2 is what I would do. I'll make a decision, like deciding a pick a life decision. Yeah, life decision. You take care of that animal. It's your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Because if anything happens to it, you have to let the owner know that your animal is hurt or something happened to it, and you have to be in charge to watch it at least every couple of minutes or couple of hours,
Uh-huh.
just to see how they do.
Right. That's good.
And you
That's,
stick to the decision you made. Cannot
come on.
back out
Right.
because the owner is out right now, and you cannot back out.
Right. That's good thinking.
Okay, identify 3. Okay, you better do this before or after, but I'm gonna do this after when I made the decision to take care of the pet. I went home and researched
Mm-hmm.
what do you need to take care of it. So what kind of food do I need to feed it,
Come on. That's good. Yes.
what what else? Okay, I'm checking it. Oh yeah, example. Uh, oh, and another thing, you have to look up why they're hiding or something. You research that, and if you have to research if they're healthy or not. If
Right.
not, you go call your owner, or call the owner first before
Right.
you make another decision without them knowing. Unless it's
Right.
very urgent, then you have to call the doctor. But but I'd rather call the owner before you. Once
Right.
you call the owner, let them know,
Mhm.
and they will decide what you can do.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
and
good.
I would write down um stuff for what I need to take care of for the animal,
Mm-hmm.
like food, water. That's actually what I forgot to say in the last one I said.
Okay. See, that's why you write it down so you can figure out everything and see what you left out, what you got. Just good. Very
Okay,
good.
identify 4 the
Mm-hmm.
advantages and disadvantages.
Mm-hmm.
First up is advantage. The advantage you will get is making a good business and a good profit.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your business is very good, you'll get a good profit.
Yes. That's
And for the disadvantage is you have to keep. Well, I think I might have said a disadvantage before, but I will say anyways. But one of the disadvantages, you have to look after your pet animal because it's your responsibility. And if it got lost, that'll be on you, and you have to tell the owner the animal is missing.
mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, identify 5. This is all together.
Right.
Okay, the best action I will do is ask the owner of the circuit circumstance and if I can take care of it. And if they say yes, we'll both make a day where I can take care of it
Yes.
for a certain week. But during the week, I just pick a week. It doesn't matter day or week. I research how to take care of this certain animal, this say fish or cat.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
good.
once I research and see seen the problem, not problem.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the research. I will print it out just in case I forget.
Right.
Yeah, let me see.
So what is your main reason? Number 5, but after you get all the data up there, what is your main reason for your decision? Why are you doing this? That should be the answer question.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Okay.
I was saying, let me see where I left off.
Yeah, that's what number 5 is. You put it all together and you just write down what's your main reason for your decision.
Okay, then after the decision, I cannot back out with the decision I made. I stick to what I made and promise that their animal will be okay.
Right.
That is the disadvantage. And the advantage is I would get good profit and business.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, that will be all.
Now, what would your reason be? Because remember, we're supposed to see a problem and solve it. Okay. So when I say what is your main reason for all of that you're gathering together for your business, what would be your main? What is driving? What is your drive for this? This is what I would say. You saw a need. You saw there was a problem.
Yeah.
People couldn't pay for all the large amount of money they want you to take care of their pet. After you get all the research and everything, then that would be because I saw a problem. I saw a problem, and I am the solution. So that's very good. I thank you for all your research and stuff. So the first thing that you said was what I had read while y'all were writing was the important key behind the success of your idea is commitment and dedication. And that's what I heard when you were speaking. Commit. You want to know what they eat. You look up. You did your research, and you're gonna find out what they eat. And what if somebody gets sick? I think that one is the disadvantage right there. If somebody gets sick, that means you would have to get a piece of paper for them to sign. They call them disclaimers, right? Right. But your responsibility is being committed and dedicated, even though you have a disclaimer, so nobody would sue you for something that you didn't know. Like, what are they allergic to? What kind of food? Will they be bringing their own food? For the animal, stuff like that. So that's really good, though. You did your research. You did real good in that short amount of time, right? So the reason you would do something that's driving you is that you saw a problem and you want to solve the problem. You are the problem solver of that. Okay. So awesome. Thank you, Lego Big.
You're welcome.
Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
So honestly, this reminds me as if you're making a plan with a bunch of steps.
Yes, it is really.
Okay, so I'll try to remember like what the steps were, but I'm going to be using again my YouTube channel. Let's say starting a YouTube channel. I'll be using that as an example as a business.
Okay.
So before you even start a channel, I would say you would possibly would have to look up maybe videos on YouTube, maybe how that's one of the options is how to start a channel.
Right.
And obviously there's a tons of tutorials that you can able to look at how to set things up.
Right.
Another one is figure out what would be the category that you want to have a certain targeted audience to. Like if you wanted to be a food channel, if you wanted to be a gaming channel, you got to figure out where do you see a problem, maybe a problem, or you have a desire to feel that I should put some content to this area.
Right.
Once when you planned out everything, you can eventually start maybe grabbing a few videos that you have, maybe probably you would make one just as a starter, as like a tester,
Right.
or even if you already were prepared before having videos, and then you upload it to YouTube.
Right.
And I would say some of the advantages and disadvantages of it. So one of the advantages is especially if you're specifically getting lots of views and you basically will get revenue. It's just I believe maybe what would give a disadvantage to that is depending on it would be a little bit of commitment of how people would end up because some people could get too stressed to try to upload as many videos as they can or try to get so many likes.
Right.
That would be a little bit of a disadvantage. But if you really put it all together, your whole responsibility is that once when you happen to commit to a channel, right, you got to make sure that at least you can able to give content as not like right away, but when you can. Or better way, there's some YouTubers that make schedules, if that would help you out.
Right. That's good.
So most likely, I guess you could say if you would hear the problem of how to basically what are you solving is, well, I guess it's just depend on what your target audience is.
Right.
If you are going through, let's say, food, and if you notice that there has been the same repetitious like food recipes, maybe you're going to fill in a desire to make new recipes.
Right. There you go.
So that would just be an example. It could be tons of different examples for, let's say, if you're creating a YouTube channel. But other than that, that's what I got if you wanted to create a small business on the side if we're using YouTube.
Right. Awesome. That's nice. I love that. I love that. And that would that be your number 5 would be the reason why for your decision is I think you said that right. The reason for your decision. I think you did say that, right?
Yeah, basically I
to your
explained it, even
audience,
though
right?
yeah.
According to your audience, or you would see a problem or sometimes it could just be to be more effective than what's out, like you just said about the food and stuff. Be a person that creates different dishes. So that's the same thing. Thank you. That's really good, y'all. You're good. And I'm glad that the first thing you said, I see this as a plan.
Yes.
My note. I accidentally deleted my note when I was trying to get out of my app.
Okay.
Like that pet note.
Oh no.
Okay.
And I can't bring it back because it's gone now.
Oh. It's not like Apple where they have a recently deleted file and you can just bring it back.
Oh.
But I don't know if this has one. It has a backup. But
well, I hope you find it. I hope you find it. Or you can watch the video again, just do it again, because I'm on YouTube. So it'll be on here.
Yeah. But I mean, but I identify 1 to 5. Which, yeah, identify 1 to 5.
Well, I can repeat it to you again. All right, at the end.
It's fine. I do remember most of it.
Okay. All right. Well, if you need any help, let me know because the recording is right here. They got the 1 to 5 right on the recording. What you got?
What I got is like the business.
Can they hear you?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear him? What I got from my business,
He has to come a little closer. He's a little muffled.
what I got from my business, well, not my
Still a little muffled.
Why don't you get the phone? Okay. Unmute the phone. Come on, it would be so much better. Okay. Trying to keep my phone. Come on, because we have overtime now.
What I got from the lesson, well, not from the lesson, but what my advantages and disadvantages from my business is that one that my advantages is that people will buy more the more that updates come out,
Mm-hmm.
and how people spread about low prices because people will go anything for low prices. So my advantages are people coming back and spreading, like kind of like sharing a video.
Right.
The same as in sharing a video. It's like sharing my invite link to my like server.
Right.
So I'll get more people to come to me. That's what I like about it. And then
Okay.
my disadvantages is people not being too trustworthy and scammers.
Yeah, that's a good one online. Yes. A lot of that going on. Yes. So you got to protect your stuff. So what is your well, a lot of your stuff you said in your thing there, in your interview. So
Right.
what was identify the decisions? I mean, not that last one, number 5. It says what? Hold on, the wrong one. It says, what's your main reason for your decision on what you do?
Because it's an easy way to make money and it's something it's a game I like, so I
Okay.
enjoy, helping out people that can't get the items.
Okay, that's good. That's a good reason right there. That's a good drive for you, for some what's driving you. Okay, so that's good because that sounds like equity. Like Candy Squirrel always remind us that is equity, right? Because it's not just what you think about for yourself, but for others, and it's because you like doing it. That's like a niche to you. You enjoy a person that has a niche is something they enjoy doing. Okay. So, like what I'm doing right now, I enjoy doing this. Okay. I really do. I knew this was when I was a little kid. I used to have my little brothers and sisters lined up on the steps, and we was learning our ABCs and our 1, 2, 3s. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing this as a kid. I just never knew that I would be you know, doing it this way. Okay. I thought I was gonna be in
Maybe,
the classroom
maybe I
somewhere.
would say a pattern God was trying to show you that
Right,
you are a teacher.
right, yes, yes. There's a lot of kids that be acting out in their young youth of what they're gonna be, a part of their purpose later on in life, even though they don't know what they're doing, but they'll look back and see. So since we're overtime, I thank y'all for coming. Look, let me put this down here. Congratulations. You have successfully executed exceptional decision-making skills. It is important to note that one very important key behind the success of your idea is commitment and dedication. It is for that reason that your goal shall be inspired by what drives you so that your encouragement comes from within. That's what the question was on number 5 of what make you this, why did you decide on that? If y'all get what I'm saying. So that is what's driving you. It says the main reason for your decision on what you are working on. Okay. So that is what's driving you. That's why you need to know the main reason. So your encouragement comes from within when you do that. All right. Nobody can say, oh, go ahead, you doing good. Da, 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 da. No, your drive is coming from within. So people who are driven by their goals and priorities do not need encouragement. from others, nor do they need motivation from others to keep going. Okay. So what do that remind you? A person doesn't need people from the outside telling them what to do, to keep going, codependency. So what is the opposite of that? Take a moment, start with the S.
Self-existent.
Yes. Self-existent, because self-existent don't need nobody to be validated by other people. That's why it's coming from within. Got that? Self-existent. So finally, I will leave you with this bit of inspiration. Within you is the ability to create and to govern. So just like we did this little notebook, a paper of how the 5 different things of making a decision as a leader or entrepreneur, you could use this for your life as well. The ability to create and govern. So you create and govern your life. You create and govern your life. You create and govern whatever business you're doing, what entrepreneur and all those things. Create. Go ahead, y'all creators. So that was very good. I enjoyed this with y'all. I'm telling you. So since we are over time, I'm gonna cut this off now that where we at. Just don't forget to remember during the springtime. I mean spring. What is it? What I said it was spring. Spring break. Yes, thank you. During spring break, try to think about what kind of a video interview you're gonna do. Remember we talked about that yesterday, right? Yeah. Y'all still remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
All right. So I'll be looking for
Yeah.
that around the spring when the spring break comes. All right. So thank y'all so much. Who prayed us out last time?
Me,
Anybody else
I
got
I
anything?
believe
think
that was my brother.
Oh yeah, I did. I remember asking you. So mine now time. Okay.
God, I would like to thank us today for everything we learned today. Hope that everybody here has a good day, and hope that everybody here has learned something valuable that they can use in real life. Hope that everybody has a good night's sleep. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 See y'all next week.
amen.
Amen. See y'all
Alright,
next week.
bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I gotta figure out how to get off here again. Stop sharing. And then